Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a T92 HMC, the Tier 10 American SPG, and we're on the North Spawn of Erlenberg Assault. And the name of the player is PabloDewastator. I think I've pronounced that correctly. Dewastator, as with a D. Anyway, quite an odd name. Okay, but he's in the Tier 10 SPG, which is otherwise known as King Kong. Not many of these were built. They only built 5 of the T92. They were actually expecting to use them during Operation Downfall, which was the conquest of Japan. But of course that never came about because they dropped the atomic bomb and Japan surrendered. But they were expecting to use this against most of the Japanese bunkers. With its big 24cm gun, it could obliterate the enemy bunkers from some distance away. And they expected to fire 1 round every minute from one of these SPGs to 25,000 yards away. 25,000, it's about 25,000 meters, slightly more than 25,000 meters. So 25 kilometers away, put it that way. And it would only take a crew of 8 a minute to reload this particular Arty. So it's very, very fast. But they did have a lot of equipment, and they had to have support trucks as well. And usually it took them a while to bed the thing in, get it ready for firing. It looks like he's got a Death Star as a guard to protect him, because the enemy has managed to get quite a long way north straight away. So Pablo's relocating, and yeah, I think he's paying attention to what's going on in the west of the map, because it's a Wizzy 1115A, deadly Chinese Tier 10, and he's sitting in that ridge line shooting at the defenders along with that Batchat 25T. Okay, he's loaded, ready to shoot, going after the 111. Wise decision. Rounds out. Direct hit. 627 hit points, 2 critical hits, and a lot of stun. Okay, Pablo's relocating straight away. There is an enemy Arty. It's a Batchat 155-58, so it's a magazine-fed, 3-shot 155mm monster somewhere on the enemy side. Now, we don't know where. Now, most of Pablo's team have been boxed in to the northeast corner of the map, and rather than going off after the enemy towards the south and occupying the east side of the map, they're putting up a pretty good and stiff defense. Now, that round damaged the E100 with splash, 540, well, it's 288 on the initial hit, but 544 stunned since. Okay, Pablo's gone into the corner. Of course, he has to keep relocating, otherwise if that 155-58 finds him, he probably won't survive 3 shells. Okay, homing in on the IS-7, he's almost reloaded, indicating his target with his T key, telling his team where he's aiming. Rounds out. It's a splash hit, and he picks up all the stun assists as the IS-7 is taken out immediately afterwards. That hit made the IS-7 a 1-shot, and the T110E5 took advantage and obliterated the IS-7. Right, there's a Grill 15 in the next to the buildings, next to the bridge. And he seems to be just sitting there taking pot shots at the defenders, using that rubble as a shield to go hull down. Which has left him stationary, but he's been spotted. Probably doesn't know he's been spotted. Rounds out. And it splashes him for 485. 2 critical hits. And Pablo's relocating again. Okay, he's got two enemies hiding behind that house, half the way through the load cycle. The E100 has come down to the houses near the bridge. The IS-7 is below the ridgeline, funnily enough. And yeah, he's paid for that because he should have... that's why I say funnily enough, because it's really not a defending position to be sitting below the ridgeline, because it means everybody can see you. He's fired at the Batchat, and it was a blind shot because the Batchat went unspotted temporarily. I suspect that did do some damage though. Okay, he's looking to go after the Gorilla again. He's still got a sizable quantity of his hit points. No, he's decided he wants a different target. The E100 has only got 210 hit points left. A splash could wipe him out. And I think that's what he's intended to do. He's almost loaded, almost complete. The E100 is trying to hide behind that house. It's a very bad decision. Oh, that is so annoying. The E100 was wiped out just before Pablo's shell arrived. So that shell was completely wasted. And that sometimes happens. Sometimes you fire at a target and the target's dead before your shell gets there. So all the work you did, all the effort, zeroing in, predicting where the tank would move, it's all been wasted. Now he can't get the Jaegeru because the angles, but he can hit the Batchat, and the Batchat's got very little health left. So that last shot he fired at the Batchat probably did do a lot of damage. He's worked out where it's going to go. Yeah, he killed it! He wiped it out. I think he did it with Splash, but he took the Batchat out, so that's his first kill. Okay, there. 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes to go in this battle. It's an assault, so they have to get a move on. If they don't, right, we've got a Rheinmetall Panzer here. It's gone into the water across to the island to shoot. It's always a silly move to make that. It isolates you. Okay. STRV-103B, tier 10 Swedish wedge, 30 hit points left. Round. Oh, and he's taken out. That means at least it was before Pablo had fired, so he's still got a round spare in the chamber, ready to go. He's just got to zero in his aim again. Right, object 140? No, he's not going to go for that. He's looking for a target that he can use it on. The Gorilla 15, right, now, that's facing off against the Leopard. Now, see that shimmering effect on the Leopard? I think that's a skin. Okay, that round went long, didn't do anything to the Gorilla. Mind you, the Gorilla seemed to miss his chance on the Leopard. But the Leopard's receiving fire from the TVP ahead of him. He's down to... he's got 5 teammates with him, so 6 of them left on his team. But they're facing off against 7 enemies. Of course, one of them's isolated on the island, so he's not going to be able to do much while he's over there. Oh, and they've lost the Leopard. Now... Pablo's loaded. Can he get that TVP? He fires. Oh, it goes long, but the TVP misses it. In fact, there's one whole side of the map now that they don't know what's going on because they can't see any of them. You can see that Gorilla because the IS-7's down there. The clock's running. That's a minute warning. Right, the enemy has started capping. There's only one in the cap so far. The TVP has come down to try and take on the IS-7. Now, can Pablo assist? It's almost loaded. TVP's moving fast again. Rounds out. Oh, it goes long again. It's the second time that's happened. Now, Pablo's got 2 defenders with him, and SDRV-103. Oh, no, he's been taken out. So he's still got the Death Star with him. They've only got 2 in the cap now. Pablo's going to see about that, because I think he's going to try and hit them in the cap. Put his next round in there. They've got 8 seconds to go. It's just him and the Death Star left now. He shoots. Oh, they've killed the Death Star. He's alone against 5. Oh my god, this is another Kolobanov. I don't believe it. It's amazing. It's happened again. I can't believe this has happened twice in 2 replays that we've put up as videos on our channel. But it is another Kolobanov. It's a 3rd class tanker for PabloDewastator in the T92 HMC. He also picked up a Bruiser Medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, incapacitations or module damage. He got 8 critical hits in that battle, but he did pick up the medal that everyone would like to get, the Kolobanov Medal. And the reason he picked it up was that the clock had run out, they hadn't capped, there was still somebody alive on his team, and they killed the FV215B at the very last second, just as the hooter rang, which meant that Pablo was the last one alive on his team against 5 enemy. So he survived, which means that he picks up a Kolobanov. Amazing. Yep, there you can see it. He came 3rd on damage with 2,872 hit points. He came joint second on kills with 1 kill. And he came 3rd when it came to base XP of 635 hit points. 635 experience points, I should say, not hit points. He fired 11 rounds, got 3 direct hits, 3 penetration, 5 splash, damage of 2,872 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 6 of the enemy but killed 1 of them. He also did stun assistance damage of 1,161 hit points off 7 stuns. On a premium account, he earned 51,302 credits. And because the shells on the T92 are rather expensive, but he did use standard ammo, he actually only takes away 23,802 credits. He received base XP 953, times 2 for the first victory of the day, and a personal missions payout as well, which means he takes away a healthy total of 2,859 experience points. But I'm sure that he will be very happy to receive that Kolobanov, even though it meant that the poor FV215B driver, Red Hoot, was killed at the very last second and might have survived. But by being killed at that last second, he's gifted a medal to Pablo. So I'm sure Pablo thanked him afterwards, or at least I hope he did. Anyway, if you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.